God. Who's ready for a beer? Oh, Jesus. Woo. Gotta get the stretch in. Gotta get a good stretch in. Today's is gonna be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I just know it. I have a hunch. I don't know. Got a hunch on a hunch, but we'll find out. What's up, Kentucky? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you have a beer ready. Always got to be ready for a beer. Always. Go get one, Duchess. Come on, man. Ooh, man. I got a case of the yawns. What the fuck? Hey. That's okay. That is okay. I think nothing like a good beer will clean that up, you know. Oh, Clown Shoes. I think, is that the Belching Beaver one, Kentucky? I think Clown Shoes Belching Beaver, if I remember. I think it's time to do it. Let's do this damn thing. So, bam. Leave that for a sec. And boom. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live beer review. And today, I'm keeping it local yet again because... Oh, Clown Shoe Brewery. Okay. Interesting. I don't know, when I think of Clown Shoes, I always think of that one from Belching Beaver. Oh, well. But yeah, today we're keeping it local yet again just because I like drinking local stuff as well as stuff all around the country. But today we're going to be taking a look at some tiny hands from More Brewing Company. Just look at that fucking label. What the hell is going on? Kind of outrageous, but I love it. I don't know. Whenever I think of this picture now, I think of Mr. Breezetones having that little like hand condom glove thingy that he puts on his fingers. That's exactly what this is. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's just outrageously funny. But yeah. This guy is a double dry hop triple IPA. So, higher ABV, obviously, because this guy comes out at a 9.1% ABV. So, this is going to be a higher one. So, I'm excited. This is a double dry hopped triple IPA with Citra, Fixed Secret, Galaxy, and DPA-016 hops. Never heard of that HPA. No, it's not DPA, it's HPA. Never heard of that one before, but I'm interested to try it out. So, I've had this beer before, but I drank it when I was pounding back a few of them that night, so I don't really recall much of what this beer tastes like. I remember it being good, but I want to give it a fair review with a clean palate kind of situation, so that's what I'm going to do today. So, yeah, I've talked about More Brewing Company before. They're just a little local brewery to mine. They have a couple locations up in like the northwest suburbs area of Illinois. You can find most of their stuff between the northwest suburbs, obviously. A lot of in Wisconsin and a little bit going over towards the Minnesota, Iowa area. But they're mostly an Illinois kind of known brewery. But that's fine. So if you're ever in the area, if you're ever in Illinois in the northwest suburbs, look up more and I think you will not be disappointed with some of the beers they have. So let's get into this damn thing. So hope you have one ready. So crack her open. Let's see what we're getting on the smell. Oh yeah, like a citrus explosion in my nose. Not really getting like that nice, really strong citrus coming through. A little that smell of the nice hoppiness coming through as well. I'm guessing with the Galaxy, it's gonna kind of do that with the Citra and the Galaxy in there. I'm expecting a really strong amount of citrus, along with the kind of that like piney, resiny kind of flavor you get from a Galaxy hops as well. And plus that Vic Seeker kind of brings in some of like the stone fruits you might taste. But I'm hoping for a citrus explosion in my face hole, just because that's what my favorite kind of IPA is. So today, drinking out of my Fizz Brewing Company, Land of Drinking glass. Usual, it's a staple in my glass collection, I guess you can say. Let's pour her and see how she looks. Oh yeah, nice and hazy. Look at you. Nice amount of head. That's okay. You gotta drink through the head like a man sometimes. So, oh well. Look at that. Look at that. Does that not look delicious or what? But yeah, that's a fair amount of head. Let's see what we're getting on the smell. Oh yeah, really still strong citrus. I'm getting kind of like a passion fruit kind of smell in there as well. But it's like I'm getting in like a nice, really like mix between citrus, passion fruit kind of thing, and then that nice resiny, hoppy smell as well. But overall, it smells delicious. Can't wait. So, down the gullet. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely can tell this is a triple IPA. A little bit boozy, which I'm not against, but the amount of slap in the face citrus you get in this, yeah, it's delicious. Very, very delicious. I'm getting like, let's see. I'm getting a lot of notes of like orange, grapefruit, mixing really well with that. It's a lot stronger of like a piney kind of resiny flavor in there as well. And definitely like as like a creamy / oily texture in the mouth. Like I'm thinking it's a little bit more kind of on the oily side when it comes to the mouthfeel. The only thing I can explain really when it comes to having an IPA taste oily and like having that kind of texture, just imagine kind of like a, I want to say like sticky perhaps when it comes to like a pine sappy kind of thing, but there's definitely something that's like, it leaves like a slicker kind of feel in your mouth when you're drinking it. It's hard to explain. But yeah, definitely pretty smooth, I would say. It's a little bit on the more boozier side for some people, so if you're not really into the boozier IPAs, obviously this is a 9.1%, so I would be, there's a lot of times where it's going to be really, really smooth and you're not going to taste the booziness, or you're going to taste a slight booziness, but it's overall a very, very solid beer. Definitely enjoying that kind of mix between the grapefruit, orange, passion fruit kind of notes, along with that kind of dank kind of hoppiness in there as well. Definitely the hoppiness kind of stands on its own a little bit more. I would say the citrus is a good kind of, it's a good note in there. It's strong, but the hoppiness and that kind of like that pininess kind of speaks a little bit more to me than the actual citrus in here, which is still overall delicious. Yeah, so let's see what people are giving this for rating on Untappd. So, like I said, Moore Brewing Company out of a couple locations in the northern area of Illinois. They have, if anybody's accustomed to areas around here, they have 2 locations right now in Huntley and Villa Park. So you can go on their website. If you're in the northern area of Illinois, you can get beers delivered from them to you, which is really cool. So if like you go on the store and kind of order stuff, they actually have like kind of their own like little local delivery service they do on their own. So if you want to get your hands on the stuff, that could be a good way to do it. I think they're only doing it till the 11th, I believe. So you have a couple days left of them doing their local delivery. Otherwise, it would either be at like a brewery pickup or just going there and finding it for yourself, or you can just search around any kind of liquor store within the Illinois area. But yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff on their website. I've talked about before. They have merch, glasses, glassware, hats, all kinds of. They have face masks if you want a cool little brewery face mask, all kinds of stuff. Stickers, bottle openers, water bottles. Really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff on their website. So if you ever want to take a look, if you're ever looking into trying out some beer merch, if you're looking or just looking for some glasses for glassware for drinking, I could definitely point you in the direction of More being one I would recommend getting from, because their glassware is pretty cool. It looks high quality. So back to what this beer is like on Untappd. So there is 447 different ratings on this beer with an average rating of 4.2 out of 5. So relatively high rating. Let's see what people are saying about this beer as well. So this guy gave it a 4. Somebody gave it a 4 with a 9.1 fucking A. And then, let's see, somebody else, 9.1 citrus as fuck, and it's perfect. Everything at More is money. Cheers, drink local, or fuck off 4 stars. Yeah, so somebody gave it a 3.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.25, 4.25, 4. Yeah, I could definitely see these ratings. So let's start going off our grading system here like we always do. So first off, label. Do I need to say really much about this label? It's fantastic. It's just insane. I love that kind of outlandish, kind of stupid, funny kind of label on there. This is definitely something that would catch my eye when it comes to seeing this in a liquor store by me. It's just because you're like, you see from a distance, like, are those hands on hands on hands? What the fuck? So you go look at this and be like, I have to get this just for the label. So, yeah, this is pretty dope. Pretty dope. I like it. Definitely give this, I would say, on just like my stupid, enjoying kind of comedic kind of labels, easily 5 out of 5 for kind of that kind of thing. Definitely right up my alley of just weirdness on a can. And of course, Moore's logo on their beer is always just very classy, kind of like how they just right on the side. Definitely you can tell this is a high class, high quality microbrew, which is always great. So yeah, very great can art. Big fan of that. And start going down. If I would have gotten this beer at More Brewing Company in a flight, would I get a glass of it by itself? Let's see. Thank you for that, Duchess. What's up, DC? Glad to see you here. Derek, what's up, my man? Let's see. Would I get this by itself? Yeah, I probably would. I'd probably get a glass of this, or I'd recommend this to anybody who's into like the more boozy, kind of hoppier IPAs with a nice, good amount of citrus in there. Definitely, really good. So yeah, I'd pick it up with a glass of this. I'd even get a 4-pack to bring home. I enjoy it enough for that. But time to get to the final ratings here. So you've heard me say this before. Untappd does their rating system out of 5. I do mine out of 10 just to give me more wiggle room of how I enjoy a beer. The citrus is good. The more I drink it, the more I'm getting more of that piney dankiness forward. To me, that's more forward than the actual citrusiness in there itself. Which, for me, the more citrus, the better. But so I would have liked to see a little bit more citrus in there to kind of balance out. I would have liked the booziness to be toned down a little bit more, to be more just an overall balanced beer. Because that like at the aftertaste, you get that mix of that pininess / booziness at the end, which I'm not against, but some people might think of that as a flaw in this beer. But it's an overall pretty solid beer. I like it. So, what would my rating be? I'd probably give this a solid probably give this like a solid 7.5 to 7.5 out of 10. I enjoy it. Like I said, I would have liked to have that citrus pushed up a little bit more and the kind of the a little bit less on the piney and resiness, and maybe the booziness kind of down a little bit as well. I've had stuff between like the 9 and 10%ers that are actually smoother than this, but I still enjoy it. But it's overall a very good beer. I recommend it to people who are looking for more of a hoppier IPA, because it's double dry hopped already, but then it's a triple IPA, so you're going to get, if you like boozier beers, I definitely recommend this. If you're into the more piney, resiny, along with like a good mixture of citrus in there, I recommend it. But if you're not into having that kind of boozy kind of taste along with the very strong hoppy, piney, resiny kind of taste, this one probably wouldn't be for you. I'm just going to be straight up with it. It's definitely something I enjoy, but like I said, taste, I've said this many times before, and people talk about it all the time. Taste is subjective, so I can like something and you might not, but that's just how it is. So, yeah, I think I'd give this a solid 7.75 as a final rating. I enjoy it. It's really good. Definitely recommend it to people who are in the area that are... I always recommend more for a brewery that people go to if they're in the Chicagoland area, just because their variety's great, their location's great, the staff is fantastic, they're very knowledgeable when it comes to their beers, and it's just a cool environment to be around. It really is. So, big props to Moore for coming out and creating great beer and bringing a good environment in these shitty times of COVID, and hopefully things start getting better, and seeing them kind of get back to what I've seen them be in the past. I know they're probably sick of just doing minimal indoor seating along with just doing curbside pickup. I love seeing breweries like packed. That's always an awesome thing, because it's like you show that the small craft beer community is thriving, which in Illinois, it's such a great community when it comes to craft beer. There's so many different breweries, so many different varieties you can have, that seeing everything get back to normal eventually will just make breweries that much more predominant when it comes to availability in the state of Illinois. I'm totally 100%. I stand by the Illinois craft beer community. The breweries, all of them do fantastic stuff. I've yet to be disappointed with most of the beers I've tried at any local Illinois brewery. So definitely, if anybody does any like brewery trips when it's like they just go to a state and just go to a bunch of breweries, Illinois I think would definitely be one to go to, along with Moore Brewing Company being on that list of places to go to. So this is an overall really solid beer. Definitely would recommend it to people who come into the area and are able to get their hands on it. If you're in Wisconsin, kind of like if you're at... Okay, so I looked at where their beer is available, and most of the liquor stores that I saw in Wisconsin that carried Moore are like kind of in the area of hugging Lake Michigan on the east side of the state. There's a few of them that went on like the west side of it, going towards like Minnesota and Iowa, but it wasn't as popular of an area to be having their beers distributed for that side, I would say. So you have more of a chance of getting more brewing companies' beers along like the Lake Michigan side, heading up to like towards Milwaukee, Green Bay, all that kind of stuff. But definitely popular here in Illinois. I've seen them at all of our big liquor stores like Benny's and all like other kinds of liquor stores like that. So they got their name out there within the state of Illinois, which is great. So, like I said, this is an overall great beer. I give it a solid 7.75 rating out of 10. Would definitely recommend it. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. I got a lot of things planned because I got a box earlier this week from Mr. Lee, not the real Gerard Butler. I'll be trying out some Dallas brews, so keep an eye out for at least one of those coming up in the next week. And yesterday I got a whole nother, 3 boxes of beer, I think? So there's a lot more content coming, guys. And I decided to make a move that I don't know if I'll regret. We'll figure out moving on. But I think I'm going to start doing reviews on the weekends now because I want to kind of start going through the stock I have. I just don't want to just have boxes and boxes and boxes stockpiling. So I'm going to start doing beer reviews on the weekends now. So keep an eye out for a review tomorrow and Sunday. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Poon Sauce beer reviews 7 days a week now. So I'm excited to start moving on to that. Kind of start going through more of my beer. I'm starting to kind of have more beer than I know what to do with. I know I need to control my wallet, but it is what it is. So be prepared for that. And yeah, I think that's all I got. So before I get out of here, I always want to recommend that if you're looking for getting brewery beers that are not from your area or something that if you have the opportunity of getting alcohol delivered to you, there's one service that I always recommend because I use them all the time and I have yet to be disappointed with their service. Tavour. I have the link to their website. It's down in the description below. If you're looking into either do a subscription box, which they have that available, which you tell them your flavor profiles that you enjoy, and they send you a certain amount of beers per month, or you can just do it to where you build your own box monthly and you get to choose which ones they drop every single day because every day they're dropping at least 4 or 5 beers that are different from what you've seen. So it's always a great service, and everything when it comes to Tavour just depends on if you can get alcohol shipped to you. I know it's not going to be available everywhere, which is upsetting and disappointing as well because there's some states to where different areas can get it delivered to them, but another area in that same state can't. It sucks, but it is what it is. So if you're interested in Tavour, I just recommend you kind of create an account, and because when you do that, you put in your zip code, and they will tell you if you have the opportunity to get beer shipped to you, just because that's how good they are over there. So I always recommend Tavour. You guys can always give me a friend request on Untapped. I'm always on Untapped. I like to see what other people are drinking and possibly get recommendations for stuff I should look out for in the future. So give me a friend request on Untapped. I always like seeing what other people are drinking. So yeah, I think that is all I have for you guys this afternoon. Yeah, pretty much it. So it's Friday. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Fantastic weekend. Like I said earlier, you're going to be seeing a lot more Poon Sauce beer reviews coming up on the weekend. So hope your What's Hoppenin train is going to be continuing going through the weekend because we're moving. We're moving. Other than that, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. I appreciate every single one of you. Before you guys leave, if you haven't hit that like button already, go ahead and do so. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell to let you know whenever I go live and do another beer review. But other than that, that's it, guys. That is it. So, yeah. I think we got everything we need to do today. And I think it's time just to call it a weekend and call it a day. So thank you everybody in chat again. Thank you everybody who's going to watch on the replay. Appreciate every single one of you guys coming out and watching my videos. And yeah, I'll have a review up for. I'll be doing a review for you guys tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys next time. So, cheers.